Dogehouse reviews here. What we got now?
We have Red Horizon IPA. It's from St. Paul, Minnesota. That's where the brewery is located. Summit Brewing Company is a relatively new player in our market. This is the first beer I've seen from them, like I've seen in a store. It was at Little Rock Air Base on Sunday. So, 70 IBUs, and it's got about 5.7% ABV. So, we're interested to see how this is. We've had a few red IPAs before. Red Rye being one, Tasman Red being the other. And this is our first beer from these guys, so...
First ever. We've never actually had them before.
Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, that's a very red color.
So no, prejudgment here, because we've never had this brewery before.
And, overall, our opinion of Minnesota isn't very high. He gave us out Franken.
Yeah, he gave us out Franken.
So, Saturday Night Live has had a lot of better people.
Unfortunately, Al Franken is not one of them.
Yeah.
He rose to fame playing a grown man wearing a diaper, so
yeah,
that's his claim to fame.
Also falling asleep in Congress, which honestly, that's probably what I would do, but not if...
But I'm not there, so fuck that.
He's getting paid not to fall asleep. Or is he getting paid to fall asleep? I don't know. Red color. Nice red IPA color. White colored head. You get a big hop hit out of this one. This is just... After 70 IBUs, it smells almost as hoppy as the mid-coast IPA we had from Boulevard. So, overall, on the notes, I would say... Scent-wise, it smells kind of like a grapefruity, and that's to be expected with a lot of IPAs. Go for that grapefruit kind of flavoring. Let me go ahead and dive in.
What do you think?
What you taste is more of a tangerine note on top of your typical...
Oh, no, not tangerine. We just came off of that one. Oh, wait, that was apricot. Never mind. Okay. Continue.
Disregard his last statement. It was not true. Tangerine flavor on top of... It's very smooth. The wheat note is pleasant. I have to try it side by side with the Tasman Red. I would assume Tasman Red would probably come out on top because it is a small batch, but this is very good.
This is cheap.
This is very cheap. It was like $15 a 12-pack at the airbase without tax. So
about the same price as like New Belgium, something like that.
Yeah, I'm getting like that tangerine note, the hop note that you get. I'd like to point out that they actually put the ingredients on here. They're pretty surprising. It's, ingredients: water, barley, malt, wheat malt, hops, and yeast.
There you go.
That's shocking. I wouldn't know that was used in beer.
I thought it was rice and like corn syrup.
Yeah, I was thinking that's normally how you get flavor.
Like seltzer water.
Yeah, corn syrup, it's an all-natural flavor. I like to squeeze mine. It's fresh from the corn. That's how I like my corn syrup. This brewing stuff with like actual ingredients, that's kind of
crazy. That's for hipsters.
Yeah.
Now Budweiser, that's a real man's beer. You get your Sunday night football and your corn dogs and your Coca-Cola with corn.
As you can see, this is highly drinkable. I'd say this is a sessionable IPA.
We won't drink all of it because we still got...
I still got to get to my other reviewer, but 5.7%. This is great.
All right, let's see what I think about this. I do like the color. It's a dark brown, mahogany kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Smells like an IPA. There's a lot more barley notes than you would normally get out of like an IPA. Like the hops aren't full blown here. Ooh, that's good. I like that. That's really good. Oh.
You getting like tangerine out of that one too?
Yeah, I don't know, this kind of sounds cliche, but it tastes red. So if that's what they're aiming for, then well done.
Mission accomplished.
Again, this has the same problem as the last two we reviewed, though. It's more IPA than the last two we did, the Samuel Adams Whitewater and the Longhammer from Red Hook. But this one will kind of get a get-out-of-jail-free card because it is a red IPA, so it's a little bit different style.
Overall for 70 IBU, it's got like everything I'm looking for like an IPA. This is cheap IPA too, not as cheap as the Longhammer, but
it's about the same price as New Belgium or something like that.
I would say the Ranger. I don't know if it's more complicated. It's definitely more bitter.
Well, that should give you an idea of what both of us think about it. Again, this is the first beer we've had from these guys. Unfortunately, they only offer 4 beers right now. You got your Pale Ale, your IPA, and a Pilsner, and something else.
I think it was a...
It could be just a regular
I think it was a wheat beer, wasn't it?
I don't know.
We'll get to it.
I like it. Good first impression. You don't have the Abita syndrome going on here. So, it's an IPA, but you still, the hops aren't overblown. It's balanced, and we like balance. Both of us really like balance, and this is a balanced beer. It tastes red. You get a whole lot of, toasted barley going on, and the hops really complement that, and I do appreciate it. I really like it. There are some tangerine notes. Not really any grapefruit notes that you get normally from IPAs, which is good, because I'm really, I like IPAs, but I'm not the biggest fan of grapefruit. So... you almost get a little bit of a lime finish going on. It's kind of sweet on the finish. On my tongue, it's still resting on the back there. It's tasty.
I tell you, I can see what you're saying with a lime note. It's kind of lingering flavor on your tongue, which is strange. You don't really get when you're drinking it, but once you're done,
it could be lemon too.
Yeah,
citrus thing going on.
Yeah.
This beer, we've complained a whole lot of complexity. But this one. There's really not a whole lot going on, but what is going on is pleasant. I really like it.
It's very well rounded.
Yeah, it's balanced. It's really balanced, and I think we can both really appreciate that. It's not the best IPA I've ever had, but it's by far from the worst. So, with that said, Summit from St. Paul, Minnesota. Good job. Good job. I like it. I like it a lot.
And you put a number on how much you like it?
I'll put on I'm gonna give it a 9. I like it a lot. There's really not a whole lot to complain about here. But again, it's not the best IPA I've ever had, so that's what keeps it from getting those next two up. And but 9, it's great.
Yeah,
that's a good score.
And so, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9 as well. Overall, it's not complex, but then again, we said with the unfiltered wheat from Boulevard. Sometimes
same with Boston Lager. Boston Lager, it's not complex.
Yeah, sometimes simplicity is a good thing.
Old Number 38, I gave it a 10. It's not complex, but it does everything it does right.
Yeah, it has no weak links. There's no, why did you do this? With Whitewater, we're really scratching your head. Why apricot? Why?
You just trying to break the mold. I like breaking the mold, but you still got to do what you're doing right.
It has to make sense. It has to make sense.
I think these guys, because it is a smaller brewer, they probably put a lot more thought into making the few beers they have than coming like Samuel Adams would.
So they have 40 beer varieties they make.
Also, I like these bottles a lot more.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's better than the Sam Adams Tall Neck. I like this beer bottle style. If you noticed, the beers that are getting really high scores for me are more normally these, with the exception of the Odd Bruins I've done. I love those, but those are also about $16. It's 4-pack, and this is probably $8.49 a 6-pack. So,
yeah.
With that said, you got double 9s here.
Overall, just
excellent beer.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed. I will totally buy this again. I really like it. I will recommend it. We got 3 beers more to do from these guys, and I'm looking forward to them if they're the same quality. They got a Pilsner, a Bohemian Pilsner coming up, and I like my Pilsners. And
we got an EPA. We'll probably put it in the freezer.
It's a fucking pale ale. I don't care what you call it, an EPA.
I think it's funny, EPA.
No, it's not funny. That's a disgrace.
I hate that agency so much.
But they call it an extra pale ale, so I'm assuming it's going to be like an APA, American Pale Ale, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
They say extra pale, so yeah. That to me, that I think of
it's going to be white, like absence of color.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking clear. I don't know. I hope it's not clear. The last clear beer I had wasn't that bad. It's a white IPA, I don't know. Anyway, with these guys, Summit, first beer from them, good first impression. This is unheard of. The only recent beer in memory I can think of is Founders, which is blue us away with every beer they have. Maybe these guys can keep that up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway, until next time, this has been Dogehouse, signing out.